Without further ado, the director and his wife, this is Chris and Danielle. If you guys would like to come up here. You want to hold your name while you're here?
Okay. All right.
Are you done with me? Want me to have a seat?
Sure. Yeah, that's good. Thanks, George.
Christopher Fettig, everyone.
Thank you. Well, hi, everybody. How's it going? Do you say everybody or everybody here? Everybody. You say buddy? Somewhere. I was somewhere a bunch of years ago and said, hey, okay, now everybody, and everybody started to laugh. They say, we say everybody. So if we say anything funny, I apologize in advance, unless it's funny on purpose. I'm originally from Cincinnati, and I'm living back there with my wife. She was originally from Pennsylvania, and we are here with our almost 10-month-old baby, who we didn't bring tonight, because last time, the last show we just did a couple weeks ago, we walked him in the first night. It's a place we go back to every year. They do their show every year. And so we walked him into the room, and everybody said, oh, and he smiled, and he looked up at everybody, and he waved, and everybody waved back, and it was like, it was going great until he got excited and he just learned to clap. And so he clapped at the crowd, and the whole crowd clapped back. And he screamed and cried and threw a fit. So, and then this isn't important, but I'm going to tell you anyway. And then we had a scene in the show that was a spoof of The Lion King. You know how at the end of The Lion King they lift the baby cub up? He's 10 months old, he's 9 months old, perfect age, perfect size little boy. We had the little outfit all picked out with a little zipper and a cute little, and I thought, you know, we're going to get him started early and everything. And there was a local kid that beat him out. I brought him all the way from Cincinnati to South Dakota, and he only made understudy. That's true. That really happened. So he'll probably come by and visit at some point. And he likes people, so that'll be good. But he's with his sitter that we brought with us back at the hotel. How many people that are here have done the Follies show in the past? How many? Ooh, a lot of people. Wow. Great. Okay, put them down for a minute. How many people that are here tonight have never done the Follies show here? Wow, good, cool. Let's hear it for the new people. Danielle and I have never done the Oneida Follies either, so we're not exactly sure what we're getting ourselves into. I told the people at lunch today that we were excited to be here, but this is always like, oh, okay, what's this group going to be like? Because every group sort of has its own personality, I guess. So that's what we're doing. We're sitting back and kind of watching and looking and trying to size everybody up. And if you've been in the show before, chances are good, I'm just going to venture a guess, that you've been sitting here waiting and wondering, what kind of weirdo did they hire this year? People are thinking, is he, well, I didn't think he'd be quite that fat. Doesn't he have to dance as part of it? I used to be young and skinny, and then Danielle got pregnant and started eating everything, so I was like, yeah, you know. So I started eating everything. She had the baby, got skinny again, and I didn't. So I might have to do some dancing. Are the rehearsals going to be in this room, or they are? Okay. So kind of nice, warm room to be in. Basically, for the first 2 weeks, we're going to have music practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the dance practices will be on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll try to teach a lot of the dancing stuff because it's easy, it's not, real tough, and then the harder stuff, Danielle will teach. So, I should come on over. I want to introduce you to Danielle.
As long-winded you'll learn as Chris.
She gets to the point.
I get right.
Oh, look, now the camera's I've been jawing up here for 5 minutes, and I didn't notice any flashbulbs. You come up and... So, do you want to say anything yet?
Not really. We're excited to be here. I've been talking with Jackie, I think for maybe a year and a half or 2 years. It's been a long time. So it's so good to finally be here. And Oneida is so nice. The people are so nice. It's not like this everywhere we go. So thank you for the warm welcome. We're really excited.
She's done. I like for it to be fun. I grew up watching my mom perform in a Follies that they did every year in the community that, well, in northern Kentucky, you know, real near where we live. And I just used to love going to see the show when I was old enough. Actually, before I was old enough, they had a rule that you had to be 18 to be in the show. And they were so desperate for guys because there are always more women than men that show up to be in these shows. Like, just real quick, how many guys are actually here right now? If you're a guy, raise your hand. So congratulations, you're in. That's good. You made it.
This was the toughest audition ever.
Yeah, you made it. We do little tryout stuff that's mostly for like placement in the show because it's important for us to figure out who needs to be doing what, but it's not a tryout to see if you make it or not. I mean, if you're here and you're interested and you want to be in the show, it's in 3 weeks, then we're good. You know, that's pretty much it. As long as you don't miss too much rehearsal. And we try to make the rehearsal schedule easy for you so that you don't have to be here every single night. And some of the things have specific times where we can assign a specific time in the evening for people to be here, then we'll assign that time. Sometimes we can't do exactly the specific time on everything, but we are both very big on not wasting people's time. We want to have fun, we want to have a good time, we joke around a lot.
And we know that you're all volunteers, and we appreciate you being here. We know that you're busy, you have lives outside of this, so we'll try and keep to the time as much as possible. Except that last week, but other than that.
But I don't have a life outside of this. So sometimes I like to talk, and if you go like this, then that's okay. Does anybody have any questions right off the bat? Anything at all? No? Okay, let's keep it that way. Make my job much easier if there are no questions. No, we have 14 different shows, and this one is the hardest. No, this one has a little bit of a storyline to it. So I want to tell you a little bit about that. Basically, I'll try not to talk for too long. I want to tell you about two things tonight. Basically, the general content of the show, which will be adapted to your group specifically, you know, for the talents that we have here or not. And no, I'm sure we're talented. Who's talented? Raise your hand.
Where's your next city?
We're going to, you don't want to know what the next, I'm going to save that and tell you later, but it's in Alabama. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I'm going to tell you two things tonight. I'm going to tell you about what's in the show, then I'm going to tell you how the rehearsal schedule works. So we'll get to the rehearsal schedule later, but for any of you, you know, any of the people that are like sort of the very organized, specific type, that like to know exactly how everything is, at the end of that page, at the bottom of the page, it says the home stretch, and it says something about February. Don't worry about it. I promise we will not be here until February. It's my mistake. It was a typo. I missed it. My bad. So ignore the bottom of the page.